Hey guys, well, I promised you guys I'd do a follow-up video of my thoughts of my new soundbar that I picked up a few weeks ago. Well, so far, I am very, very impressed with it. For 200 bucks, I think I did pretty damn good, so, really no complaints too much, really. I guess if there were some things, there's some pros and cons with this system, for sure. Well, I guess to start off with, the stuff that I'm kind of disappointed with is I found with my soundbar is occasionally the Bluetooth would be a little catchy at times. Sometimes it won't work. I don't know why, but that's alright because it has a 3.5 audio jack input. So I mostly use that all the time anyway. So the Bluetooth can be a little catchy at times, but it's not that big of a deal, honestly. Besides, if there's something I want to do Bluetooth-wise anyway, I'll have my PS3 on, and this is hooked up to my PS3, so... overall, not really disappointed that much. I guess my other slight little disappointment with this system anyway is it has two mid-range woofers for the speakers, and it's not that big of a deal, but I really wish they would have had a third tweeter also. I think I found with this setup, I really don't notice it really that much until I start watching Blu-rays. When I watch Blu-ray movies, some of the higher pitched sound, sometimes it could be dialogue or sometimes it could be a sound effect or something, it's not that it really affects this. I'm just trying to figure out how to describe it. It doesn't really sound... It tries to do its best to replicate that sound, but I would prefer to have a tweeter also in there. I think it would have improved the sound dramatically, but whatever. So we do have two mid-range speakers, and of course, obviously, there's no bass woofer because that's in the subwoofer. So obviously, that's how modern systems are. Although I would have preferred if they, like I said, if they had a third tweeter, I think the sound system would be absolutely perfect for a 2.1 system. That's really my only minor complaint. Well, I guess there is one other minor complaint as well, is the subwoofer. Now, you do have controls both on the remote and on the side of the... you do have some control buttons right there. But none of the controls, you have no control over the subwoofer power. You don't really have a volume control or a settings control for how powerful the subwoofer gets. I really wish I could have had that. Now, I do like a lot of bass, but sometimes I feel like this is almost pushing out maybe a little too much bass. So, but then again, that's just a little minor complaint. And it's only for like certain stuff. Like most of the time it's pretty good. But, like I said, just giving my overall thoughts. For a $200 system, this is not bad. This is definitely one of the better systems I've had for the cheap wise. Now this, of course, is my first soundbar, so obviously it's something new. So here's the remote. Let's see if I can get it to... I can't really turn off the light while I'm recording. That's kind of like the stupid thing about my phone. But we have a TV to HDMI input. There we go. Now we can see a little bit better. We have an auxiliary input, a line input, a optical input button, the Bluetooth, the pair button, the sleep button, and the mute button. Then you have the volume up and down controls. And I'm guessing when you have your phone or tablet hooked in through Bluetooth, you can control it this way. So that's kind of nice. And then you have, for different sound modes, you have movie mode, which honestly sounds the best. News, music, and sports. I don't even touch those, honestly. I think movie is the best for both music and movies. I think even if you hit music where you're listening to music, honestly, the sound sounds so much better through movie anyway. So, yeah, so that's the remote. And of course, you also have similar controls on the side. Let's see if I can get it to... Let's see. So you have your power slash input select, and then you also have your volume up and down, and that's it. So there we go. Now it's somewhat focusing better. There you go. So you have your power / input and your volume controls. So, and then of course you also have the 3.5 audio input jack right there. Okay. And of course, like I said in the back, you when I did my unboxing, I showed you guys you have the old school RCA stereo input along with the HDMI input and the optical input. Now I'm curious, I've never actually heard or read about a TV that just has an HDMI out. I've actually, maybe it's on the bigger TVs, I'm guessing, but all the TVs I've ever seen or read about all only have HDMI out, never HDMI, HDMI in, and I've never seen TVs that have HDMI out. That's interesting. I've never heard of a TV that has HDMI out. That's different. But obviously it must exist if they put it into this system, so I don't know. But I'm guessing if you could split the, let's say if you had a cable box or a satellite box or something, you probably could split the HDMI output, and so I have one go directly to your TV and one go directly to here, I guess. I don't know. But I've actually never heard of a TV having a HDMI output, but I could be wrong. So obviously I'm guessing I must be wrong because this one offers that, but it's very interesting. So when you have the remote, when you switch to different inputs, it actually will show up. So if you want your TV, you have auxiliary, your line in, your optical, your Bluetooth, which will beep. Not sure what's, I guess you can set how much time if you want to have a, so up to 90 minutes you can switch different for sleep. There's mute. Let's go back to, I have it in line. I will say this, I love having the HDMI. The subwoofer, I like having that wireless. That's kind of nice. I don't know exactly how far away you can have this. I'm not sure the distance, how far away you can it can be from the soundbar. I actually didn't look in the instructions. And for me, the perfect spot in this room for the sweet spot for the bass, so it fills the entire room, is right here. So we're only about, what, maybe 2.5 feet away, if even that. So perfect spot for it. You just have to plug it in, which is fine. I actually have one of those surge protecting devices there, so you can plug in different electronics there. So that's mostly where I plug in my electronics anyway. And there's a little light indicator on the bottom. Right now it's on. When it's off or in standby mode, it'll flash. It'll flash every like 3 or 4 seconds or something like that. It'll be in, like, it won't show the light at all. Then it'll just flash. So, but when it's on, it stays orange. I guess to test out the sound. Now, obviously, it's kind of like pointless, but I figured I'd do it anyway. I did pick a sound 2.1 sound test on YouTube, and it sounds pretty good. So I figured I'll show it to you guys. And if you go up and down with the volume control, it'll show up right there. So that's kind of nice. Alright, let me throw on some music. How about Tokyo Drift? So I think you guys get the point. So it sounds pretty good overall. I'm not really disappointed in it really that much at all. Like I said, I guess if it would have had a tweeter, it would sound just a little bit better. And if you had a volume control for the bass, I think it'd be even better. In fact, even if it had, another thing I would really like, if it had HDMI in, HDMI out, so I could just have HDMI, because I actually do have a splitter for that, and or switcher, not splitter, but switcher, and I could have all of my devices and not just one hooked up. I mean, I guess I could hook up the Xbox 360 through RCA stereo, or I could also grab my optical. I have an optical splitter too. I could do it that way. But then again, I mostly got it for the PS3 because that's where I'm listening to all my music and I watch all my movies anyway. And I do have a headset. I have the 7.1 surround sound. I think they're the X41s, Turtle Beaches, I think. And I also have a normal headset for the. I have another headset for the PS3 as well. But anyway, overall, I'm very impressed with the soundbar. Like I said, very minimal complaints. Sounds pretty good. I do enjoy watching movies on it and listening to music, of course. And yeah, I'm very happy with my purchase. So, and the other nice part is someday, hopefully next summer, I'm hoping to move out. Is when I do get an apartment. The nice part is all I have to do is unplug the subwoofer and put that away, and I don't have to worry. In the sound bar, I can just use that by itself. So, so at least I can have better sound with just the sound bar itself. So that's kind of nice. The subwoofer is optional. Sometimes some systems you need to have some stuff, because actually this does sound pretty good without the subwoofer too. That's kind of nice. There actually is some bass sound that's pretty decent coming from the mid-range woofers. So it's kind of nice. It's not obviously super powerful, but it's nice for the soundbar sound. So it's pretty good. Alrighty guys, well, I think that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions about this soundbar, please feel free to ask. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.